Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Spoilers Present long form review for Matt Fraction's Batman, the first volume, Daylight. If you want the spoilers free version, check out the shortened description. So, to summarize what I said in the short, I gave this book overall a 6 out of 10, maybe 7 out of 10. So I enjoy it. I'll definitely be writing the next volume, but obviously you came here for more than that. So, what's the more detailed breakdown? Well, I'd say to start, for a positive, I really enjoy a lot of this artwork. I think both action sequences, sort of like this, and the more sort of toned down sections, like let me see if I can find an example here. This, they all come out looking spectacular. I really enjoy the artwork in this comic. So that's a positive, right? All right, well, then what are the negatives? Well, I'd say a negative to go along with that positive is I found Batman's characterization to be a little strange here. I'd say some examples are we have a scene. I don't know if I can find it right now. I'm not going to waste your time with me trying to find it. Where Batman is daydreaming about the psychiatric girl or whatever. At least that's what it's implied. Maybe it's possible that's like the writer was tricking us into thinking that's not actually it. But that was implied. But even if you sort of forget that, saying it could happen, it's not super out of character for him. I feel like just sometimes how Batman talks and acts in this is a little inconsistent and a little off-putting for me. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like Batman if that makes sense. Not always. Sometimes it feels fine, feels just like Batman, but there are some times where I feel like that felt a little weird. All right. So then let's go back to another positive. There's the whole plot in this book. There's the plot with the psychiatric treatment of the villains, obviously starting. You have the doctor character who I, for the life of me, can't remember the name of. She's trying to treat the villains, and we sort of get that opening at this Killer Croc scene, which I love. It's a really good Killer Croc scene. And then you have, obviously, all these different ideas about treating the villains. They didn't really fully go into it in this volume, but it was really sort of behind the scenes a lot. And I really am interested to see what'll happen in the next one with regards to that. That's really what's getting me invested. I think if it wasn't for that, I might honestly not buy the next volume. But because of that plot line, which I found really interesting, I think I'll definitely buy the next volume in December. All right, that's another positive. What's another negative? Well, I'd say another negative is I feel like some of these B plots are a little lackluster, to say the least. They don't really add anything, at least not yet. Maybe they will later. And they just sort of feel like, I don't know, distraction. There's the Tim Drake and Bernard sort of thing that happens behind all this, which I get they were trying to give an excuse for Tim Drake not to be here in the future. But I don't know, the whole thing just sort of felt like a distraction. It didn't feel like it needed to be in here. And sort of broke up the viewing experience, the reading experience in a way I didn't love. And then you have this whole plot with this one kid who gets a recording. Here's a sort of a panel from it. Who gets evidence of like how corrupt Vandal Savage is, and maybe that'll be important in the next volume. But in this volume, I didn't find it very interesting. I found it a little slow and boring. It didn't really go anywhere in this volume. All right, so that's another criticism. What about another positive? I love the action sequences. There's only a couple, but especially this one with the doctor, I still can't remember her name, and Bruce running away from some assassins. I absolutely love the action and the running and everything in this. It's a really fun scene. I love it. The action scenes are really good. And I also love, I mentioned the art direction earlier, but I really love like this new Batmobile, how Batman's technology works in this issue. I love all that. All right, so I guess we're going to end on a negative note. I was not very interested in the whole Minotaur or whatever storyline that happened. I just didn't find it. This one, I really didn't find it super interesting. It just doesn't have me. So yeah, I just didn't find it interesting. So I'll definitely be getting the next volume. But overall, I'd say 6, maybe 7 out of 10. And I did not, when I originally made that rating, I did not think of the meme. Trust me, that's a coincidence that I don't exactly love. But yeah, I'll definitely be buying the next one in December. What do you all think? See ya.